Getting the most from Microsoft 365 for your NHS Trust. As Attend Anywhere contracts come to an end across the NHS, we look to the future with Microsoft Teams. Since the NHS bought Microsoft 365 Teams licenses last year, we've witnessed numerous trusts, departments, and teams start using the platform. They're taking the chance to enhance virtual care, expedite processes, link data from different clinical areas, and eliminate over-reliance on third-party IT. While there are many success stories, we found adoption of new ways of working using apps like Teams for video consultations, for example, to be slower than initially expected. With a reliable service, being able to have a consultation with patients wherever they are brings huge opportunities for trusts. And with the Microsoft 365 license, trusts have the chance to align digital consultation solutions under Microsoft's world-leading banner. It's even more timely given that Attend Anywhere, an online consultation service some had started experimenting with, contracts will be ending from March 2022. So, what are the best ways to start benefiting from the Microsoft apps, like Teams, that are already available to NHS trusts? Moving to Microsoft Teams, it's more than video consultation. First things first, Teams does everything Attend Anywhere does. Video calls, virtual waiting areas, sound and video tests before entering a session, URL link joining from anywhere with an internet connection, in-call surveys, screen sharing, real-time polls, and SMS capabilities. As the Attend Anywhere contract comes to an end, it's going to be easier for trusts to use a platform they already have free access to with Microsoft and avoid running two digital platforms. Exploring the Microsoft capabilities means avoiding the additional cost and service headaches of running two systems. When you adopt Microsoft Teams across your trust, you give colleagues the ability to work and collaborate in a smart, safe, and effective way. It frees people to work from home or on-site with equal efficacy by providing secure and reliable access to the files and systems they need. So, what else does Teams offer? Integration with the rest of Microsoft 365, meaning you can get work done all in one system. Safely and easily share and collaborate on records with multiple people from different parts of your trust. Mobile app. Stay connected on the go. Advanced chat. Share images, work on documents, host video calls, all in the chat thread. Reduce emails with Teams and channels. Automate everyday tasks with Power Automate. For example, it reduces double keying. Reduce the number of third-party programs like Attend Anywhere, Zoom, GoToWebinar with the cost, licensing and maintenance headaches that can go with them. As well as working for trusts, clinicians and other NHS colleagues, using an integrated approach oriented around Teams is also good for patients. For example, bedside video calling means patients on closed wards will still speak with their loved ones, an important part of patient well-being. And there's functionality with extra Microsoft tools like Microsoft Power Platform that can integrate with Teams and automate departmental processes, meaning less time on admin and more time directed at patients. It doesn't matter where a clinician is. With Teams, you still have the same access to information and the ability to host virtual appointments. So, if you're off-site, you can still feasibly hold an appointment and patients don't need to reschedule. With the promise of new integrated ways of working that benefit everyone who interacts with them, how does one begin to consider unlocking the potential of Microsoft 365 and Teams? Without a deep understanding of the program, how can clinicians and other end users unpack existing processes and interpret them? Or conceive of entirely new ways of working that exploit Teams without a comprehensive digital transformation strategy? This ambition for mainstream, digitally enabled care was set out in the NHS long-term plan in 2019. The view that technology and data helps provide safe and compassionate care to patients and to more effectively communicate with NHS colleagues is made stronger with clear adoption cases. Not all trusts have the same functionality, so some of these adoption cases might not be available to you. As such, it's vitally important to plan what your trust has and how it can help you. Secure clinical communication. On laptops and phones, NHS staff have a secure tool for instant messaging, video conferencing, sharing clinical information, images, and more. Virtual patient consultations. Patients don't need to come to you anymore. There are differences to face-to-face appointments that you may need to take into consideration so that patients' needs are met effectively. Virtual multi-disciplinary team meetings. Meet with a range of professionals to make holistic care decisions regardless of where they are. Trusts like Mid Cheshire Hospital NHS Foundation Trust have saved time and money this way. Virtual decision-making and ward rounds. In closed or high-risk wards, virtual rounds can help reduce the spread of contaminants. And joining up disparate professional clinicians means joined-up decision-making. Virtual training, development, and medical education. Maintaining your professional development can be done easier online. For example, the Royal Free Hospital has been using Teams to support medical education and training for staff. Understanding the myriad of Teams features is just one part of the puzzle. Translating those features into workable processes that benefit you and your patients is the next stage. Envisioning your trust. Rob Hardcastle, Systems Manager, Informatics at Sheffield Teaching Hospital NHS Trust, says, "We found the envisioning session very beneficial. It showed us features within Teams we were unaware of and will help us support new ways of working. It was a pleasure working with Bytes and the Inform team around Microsoft 365 to help drive adoption." Easy to book. A senior change consultant spends 2 to 3 hours with a group of people from across your trust. During the session, we have an open discussion around your strategy and vision, Microsoft 365 vision, challenges faced when adopting technology, Microsoft Teams demo with opportunity to ask questions to our expert, open discussion on how your trust can adopt Microsoft Teams to increase business benefits, discussion on what governance is needed to adopt the change, recommended next steps. As well as understanding your organizational needs, we demonstrate some NHS-specific use cases around governance and everyday Teams tasks. We found trusts, departments, clinical teams, and individuals really benefit from being able to implement a small, workable solution immediately after our session. Throughout the envisioning session, we look forward to learning about the vision and goals you have for your trust, department, and team that will support us recommending new ways of working. This is the point you can start thinking about the myriad ways in which your trust and colleagues can benefit from change. The art of the possible. When introducing any new technology, new ways of working, or cultural shift, it's vital to think about your people first. By and large, the tech can do what you want it to. You only need to imagine what's possible. But if you don't take your people along through creative and engaging communications, trust, department and team-specific training, policy and process review, and a host of other important digital change elements, you run the risk of the project failing before it's even started. This is a quote from Mark Walker, Head of IT at Oxford NHS Foundation Trust. "We didn't fully understand the magnitude of what was required to deliver the Office 365 element of our Let's Get Digital project until we worked with the Inform team. They helped us set and achieve realistic milestones and implement change effectively. Through focusing less on the tech itself and more on implementing effective change, especially people-oriented change, your people will be more willing to engage with the digital journey. Meaning, adoption rates are more likely to be higher, and with higher adoption rates, your people can begin to reap the benefits of apps like Microsoft Teams." The end of Attend Anywhere contracts in March 2022 is an amazing opportunity for your trust, your people, and your patients to benefit from Microsoft Teams. Deliver your trust's future now. Time's ticking for the end of Attend Anywhere contracts. You've got until March 2022. Now's the chance to consolidate and enhance your digital platforms. Microsoft 365 is a powerful and integrated suite of applications, at the heart of which is the feature-rich collaboration platform Teams, to which you already have free access. Book your NHS Envisioning session now and find out how you can deliver your trust's future.